So some of you may have been following on the blog and the weekly newsletter that we send out that I have been having a pain in my butt, literally, where I am running and it sort of shoots down. It's not my piriformis. I've had those issues in the past, but it kind of shoots down the back of my glutes and to my upper hamstrings, and it's awful. And what I want to do sort of intuitively to fix it is to stretch that muscle. That feels like that's what's going to make it better. But I did that for a long time and it didn't get better. So long story short, I finally went to a physical therapist. And lo and behold, the path to recovery has nothing to do with stretching that muscle that hurts. It is a whole different point in my mid back and my glutes that's causing the problem. Called my lateral femoris. There's two terms for it. Okay, my PT told me that, and it doesn't make any sense to me, first of all, and it was a total blind spot. After she pointed out, I'm like, oh yeah, I have been sitting a lot because I'm not going out to different events and everything. And so, that makes sense why that would be tight. But then I have to do this other exercise, even though that feels counterintuitive. And she's like, yep. Well, needless to say, it's helping. It's making a difference. It wasn't something that I could see on my own, even though I was trying really hard. That is so similar to what I experience working with my coaching clients. They come into a coaching conversation and they've got a problem and they have tried to fix it by focusing on the things they think intuitively are the best way to fix it. And it's not getting better, just like my pain in my butt. And so I point out and explore a different area that probably does turn out to be creating the problem in the relationship. It is just fascinating to see the parallels here. So let me give you an example. I was coaching with a client who was very frustrated with one of his colleagues on the executive leadership team. And he said, he will say, I'll take care of it. And it's not something that he knows how to take care of in the moment, but he says, I'll take care of it. And then, he goes off and instead of saying in the moment, like, well, let's talk about in our team meeting what the different ways are, what we could do. He just kind of shuts down and says, I'll take care of it. And he's been really upset with his colleague for behaving that way. Well, what he didn't realize as we dug in deeper, I'll spare you all of the details on how we got to this point, is that the reason that this person says, I'll take care of it, is because that's what the president wants to hear. The president wants him to say in the moment, I'll take care of it, because it makes the president feel confident that he has the right leadership team. So my client had no idea. That was a whole different perspective that he did not see. And so he kept on telling his colleague how frustrating that is and how he needs to talk more about the problem and be vulnerable. And unfortunately, in the way that he was delivering that message, it was pretty aggressive and blamey. And so his colleague, instead of talking through it, got defensive and didn't get to the heart of the issue. And so eventually, through digging and peeling a few layers of the onion away and really working to create psychological safety, they were able to have a conversation where the one person said, this is really frustrating to me, and it makes me feel like you are avoiding some tough conversations, or you're wanting to make it sound like you have everything taken care of, and instead of leaning on the leadership team to help you brainstorm and solve the problem. To which the other person then shared, I wish I'd love to be able to bring that up to the team and share, but that's not what the president wants, and he's told me that. He said, just fix it, take care of it. So I don't know what to do or how to do this. So the two of them worked together to figure out and make a plan on how to address this situation with the president so that then they could bring it back to the full team. And lo and behold, it worked. Just like my exercise I'm doing with my physical therapist that I would have never thought to do are working. I've got so many different examples of this. So what's the point? We have blind spots. We don't know what we don't know. And many of us and many of your colleagues that you're frustrated with are doing the best they can. So lean into the courage to say how you're feeling with compassion so somebody can hear it, and then the curiosity to say, how do you see it? What's your point of view? Because when you can step into and invite other perspectives, it's like seeing in that rearview mirror, and it's like being able to, where you can't see, there's a blind spot. You ask somebody, they can fill in the holes and fill in the blind spot. That's your workout. That's your Thoughtfully Fit workout this week. Be curious and ask others for another perspective if you're feeling frustrated and you're feeling stuck. Thank you so much. I'm Darcy Loma. I love when you join me and listen to these Thoughtfully Fit tips. I would love to hear your comments if there's ways that you feel blindsided, and what do you do to be able to step into and find new perspectives. All right, take care, everybody. Bye-bye.